Hello there, it's Fenny Boy. Today I'm here to talk about movie that I recently reviewed, The Martian. It is actually it's a great movie. It was a really great movie. It had Matt Damon in it, who played astronaut Mark Watney. It had Jessica Chastain, who they both starred in Interstellar, funnily enough. Um, Jeff Daniels, Kristen Wiig, Michael Pena, Sean Bean, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I don't think I'm saying that right, but yeah, apologies. Um, Donald Glover, yeah, and a few other familiar faces that you've probably seen before. But yeah, it was a very good movie. So yeah, the movie's about astronaut Mark Watney, who is presumed dead after a fierce storm on Mars because they've landed on Mars and they're doing some research to pick up a few samples. And there's a fierce storm that sweeps through, and he is knocked away by some debris, and they search for him for a bit, but they can't find him, so they presume he's dead, and they leave and, leave the planet while he's not dead, turns out. So he survived, and now he has to, work with what limited supplies he has. So he makes it to a different base, and obviously he sets up camp and ends up setting up a communication device, which at first I didn't understand, because I was like, in the movie you see him talking to the cameras in the hub, and I didn't understand. I'm like, can't NASA just access those remotely and see that he's alive? But for some reason they couldn't. I understood further in the movie when they explained it, and I was like, okay, that makes sense now. But yeah, it was really good. I liked throughout the whole movie it wasn't like he was doing it and we were just following along. He was actually talking to us, which is what I liked about it a lot. Usually I don't like movies that, introduce characters later into the movie. I'd rather them come in straight away. But this movie, it was really good what it did. It was straight into the action, I think you're about 5 minutes into it, and then action straight away. It was great. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. So yeah, this was directed by Ridley Scott, and he's directed some pretty big movies. If you don't know his name, then you must be living under a rock or something. He's directed Alien, Prometheus, Thelma and Louise, American Gangster. Great movies. There was something that I really did like throughout this movie, that they had a Lord of the Ring reference. Myself being a big Lord of the Ring fan, they named one of the projects Project Elrond, and it's where they had the congregation in Fellowship of the Ring. But what was funnier was Sean Bean, who was also in Lord of the Rings, was there playing a character in the movie, and he was sitting there and he was explaining, what Project Elrond was, and I just found that so funny. It was like the little, a little head nod to the other movie. It was great. I really liked that. There were also a fair few comedic parts throughout the movie, like when Mark Watney's listening to the music that he's got there, and he's just making little witty and sarcastic remarks to the lyrics. It's great. And also when one of the actors is talking about, it was like a really serious moment. He was like, I wonder what he's thinking up there. And then it quickly changes to like a comedic role, and he's like just coming out of the shower, just dancing and singing. It was really great. I liked that part. But yeah, overall, this movie was like a semi-serious movie, but there were a lot of comedic parts. Like, compared to Interstellar, which I reviewed in a previous video, this was a lot more comedic. I mean, don't get me wrong, in Interstellar there was like the odd comedic thing, but there were a lot more comedic parts to it, and it was really great. I think Matt Damon did really well in this role. He delivered really great on this. I enjoyed that. But yeah, the ending of this movie was just, some of it was like crazy. Like, they wanted him to take apart one of the shuttles to fly back into space so they could catch him, and he had to take off the top tip of it, and he had to put like a piece of like canvas over there, like a tarp, and then fly in with that. And I was like, that's fucking insane. But it worked. It was a great movie. One thing I didn't like though was when they had that, obviously, rendezvous, and they were coming back into land into Earth, they sort of skipped the whole landing part, and I'm like, I wanted to see what would happen, like when they landed, how they landed, the big response from everyone. But it sort of did really well, towards the end, he's in like he's a professor now at the school, at a school, and he's talking about trying to save your life for the astronauts and like knowing how to use botany because he was a botanist, and it was great. It was really really good. But yeah, I must say one of my favorite actors was in this movie, Donald Glover. I'm a big fan, big fan. He did really well. Like I'd seen that he was in this movie, but it didn't introduce him till about halfway or three-quarters of the way through. But he did. His role was very, monumental. Like he was the person who came up with the idea of the Hermes, which was the spaceship that they left on, coming around and picking him up. He had that idea and using the gravitational pull to get back to Earth. It was cool. I like that. He's an incredible actor. I love that dude so much. Yeah, so in conclusion with this video, I really, really enjoyed that movie. I definitely rated it a 9 out of 10 for sure. It was great. It was so many intense parts as well. Like it was comedic, but there was still parts where I'm like, is he gonna make it? Like he's almost there, and then things would go wrong, and it was great. It had me on the edge of my seat. It was incredible. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, just like, comment, favorite, or share. And don't forget to subscribe, thanks. And till next video. See ya.